It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. In the image of God, able to smite them, embracing my light. I can't leave this game without putting up a fight. These niggas clones, they digging they in the zip file. Shit was way better when Hov poured out the crystal. They put the pins down, maybe I should find you a pen pal. 20-year legends with classes, they dropping mid now. I guess the mission accomplished. We were sent to demolish the infinite knowledge. We living in privates, we shipping the product for free, still looking for profit. Somebody tell me how long before this shit get abolished. I sat back and reassessed it. If we ain't got the GPS, then who giving directions? Moving out of order, we paid dues to collections. Chasing at the checks, but still skipping the checklist. Screaming gang gang, but bitching up for the detectives. Rolly plain Jane, decapitated your necklace. I done got some placements that never paid with detections. Nothing finna change, so why we talking elections? I'm on their ass. You a killer, then why you been taking photographs? All the lying, this shit is making my modem crash. Niggas crying to me, but ain't putting up the cash. Suffering succotash, don't make me stuff your ass. But I had the battle before they said I'm legit. Gigs out of state, I couldn't afford the trip. $100 tape, I started studying nip. Nigga, this a marathon, you better gas up the whip, fucker. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be talking about Drake dropping his new Nokia music video. We're going to be talking about Boi-1da calling him the greatest rapper of all time. And we're also going to get into Ray Daniels going into this the distinction between a Drake and who he says are real artists like Kanye and Kendrick. He says that Drake makes trendy music. He says they make real music. I would have to take Kanye out of that, you know what I'm saying, just because he ain't been making real music in a long time. I don't discount the music that he made early in his career. I grew up to that music. It influenced me. It inspired me. It motivated me. It gave me a soundscape to peruse through. It put me onto a lot of old records that I went back and listened to in their entirety. Like, I won't do that to him. But today, he ain't making real music. He's doing AI. He's letting other niggas record in his voice and putting AI filters on it. No, I'm not accepting that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we'll get there in a bit. First, let's talk about this Nokia music video. Number one, the big draw for it, they're promoting saying, oh, Drake shot this music video in IMAX. Okay. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? IMAX, that's a big deal, I guess, if you showing it in theaters. But if you're uploading it to YouTube like the rest of the content that's on the app, I mean, it does look like it. You know what I'm saying? High quality video. I will give it that. I'm not gonna say it's not high quality in terms of a music video, but I don't see how that's a major selling point. And I would say this about anybody. You know what I mean? Now, to be fair, if a nigga like myself were to go out and shoot a music video in IMAX, I would be pretty excited about it. Be like, shit, nigga, I'm an independent artist shooting my motherfucking music video in IMAX, bitch. You can't tell me shit, right? But for an artist that's been out for damn near a decade and a half, what am I going to get from your IMAX music video that I wouldn't get from your standard definition? You know what I'm saying? Your standard 1080 4K video. I don't know. It doesn't, I mean, in standard auto, it does look good already. It does already look HD, but I still don't see the selling point for it. I noticed in the music video that there was definitely some carnival influence there, you know, showing love to the ladies of different cultures and stuff like that. Trying to win back the multicultural women, you know what I'm saying? Not just the fair skin, but the black ladies. I see the attempt. I see what you're going for. Smart move. This is actually what I encouraged last year when I said stop trying to feed into the beef and make music that could possibly get women back involved. I don't know if this record is necessarily that piece, but there's a couple women that have commented on my channel and said that they enjoy that record. I'm still not a fan of Nokia, but if y'all like it, awesome. I will say that it has softened on my ear a little bit. When I first heard it the first few times, it was very jarring. It was very much it damn near sounded like Nokia music out of a phone. You know what I'm saying? I was just waiting on it dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? I was really waiting on some goddamn Super Mario sounds to come out when I first heard it. But you know them 8-bit sounds and shit, 16-bit sounds and shit. But as I'm now hearing it with the music video and it's been out for a minute, I still don't like it, but I can understand how and where it could work. I saw the skating part in the video. I definitely feel like they pulled inspiration from the late 80s, early 90s bass music, which is primarily played in skating rinks nowadays and has been for decades. I get it. I understand it. Totally smart move. Again, you're trying to meet the people in areas where if the traditional hip hop fan base is not chirping your line, right? Which is a double there because it's called Nokia. Some people are calling this like the sequel to Hotline Bling. I don't think this has any of the charm of Hotline Bling. But if that's what you're going for, I understand the benchmarks that you're trying to hit. It's like, okay, let's have a bunch of women, the dancers, let them do their shit. Let's get the carnival ladies. Let's get the choreography, skating rink. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to encourage fun. Smart move. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not so biased that I can't see the direction or the strategy that he's trying to employ here. I even saw some of the pop, I won't call it popping, but you know, it looked like there was some Storm DeBarge inspired dance toward the end of the video, which I found very interesting. You know, we saw her in Not Like Us in the Squabble Up music video. It definitely seemed like some dancers were trying to channel that type of energy. So I could definitely see what that was, and a little jab back. Like I'm not dissing, I'm not engaging in the beef. But since you released music videos in songs that either dissed me or were referencing the beef, I'm going to pay you back one in kind. I saw it. I noticed it. I also noticed the owls being free. Remember, at the end of the Not Like Us music video, the owl Kendrick had put in the cage, closed them in. He had, what was that, 3 or 4 owls sitting on this little thing, elevated, outside, not caged. Basically letting them know the owls are back out. You tried to lock us in. We out. We having fun. We're moving about. It's getting back to the owl season. They even put the owl in the IMAX logo, you know? Again, I see what you're doing. I see the game that you're doing and you're playing. And I think although I don't think that it's fly or cool or, you know, it's not for me, I understand what he's doing because these are little talking points that his fans are going to feed into. These are talking points that his fans are going to screenshot and spread on social media and feel good about and, you know, come out and do his bidding because he's at a point where the general hip hop consensus is not in his corner. So it's a very crucial time more than ever that he's got to get his fans to activate. So when he's not out here, when he don't have this music video, they now have pieces of collateral that they could push around to fight back. Smart moves. I don't know. It's not enough, but smart moves nonetheless. Is there anything else notable in this music video that I feel like needs to be mentioned? 6 owls, not 3, by the way. The 6 guy. I get it. Okay. But for anybody out there that's you know, into that record, have fun. You got your spring hit. Have at it. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. Now let's get into Boi-1da. He just received a Juno Award. I think this is for like a lifetime type of thing. Boi-1da's made a lot of hits, not just for Drake. He's been producing for a lot of people. He's even produced for Kendrick over the years. Super talented producer. And there's a sound that him and Drake crafted that I also was a fan of. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Over, Forever. Shit, I think he even did goddamn Best I Ever Had. And so many more. Like, they're good. They've been a good tandem in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? And made hits. So he accepted an award at the Junos, and during his speech, he gave it up to Drake and called him the greatest rapper and greatest artist of all time.
Wow. Thank you, Jesse Reyes. National treasure right there, Jesse Reyes, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody here, man. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to God. I'm nothing without God in Jesus' name. So I want to thank God first. I want to thank my family. I want to thank Shayla. I want to thank Luca, my mom, my dad, Maish, Mikey, Marlon for always being there for me and supporting me on this journey. I want to thank my amazing team, Isla Management, that's Simon and EK, best management in the game. I want to thank Dan Shulman, my brother Chin. I couldn't do it without you guys, man, for real. Your guidance means everything, man. I want to thank the Junos, man. This is like the highest honor, and I'm at a loss for words. So much. I'm extremely humbled by this award, and just to be mentioned amongst like the legendary names as well, man, I can't even describe it. I want to have a huge shout out to my brother Drake, the greatest rapper of all time, the greatest artist of all time, and he's from Canada, Drizzy Drake. That's my brother. Listen, Drake, love you, bro. We started this together. We did this together. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Drake, man. And all the sacrifices he made, all the doors he kicked down for a lot of people, man. So shout out to Drake. That's my brother. Thank you for life, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, man. So that's Boi-1da. Congratulations to him. He got a award for international achievement. Basically being able to international achievement award. Yeah. Basically traverse both the Canadian market and, of course, the American market and have great success on both levels, right? And again, he's a good producer. He makes some fire-ass beats. Okay? So on Billboard, they say, born in Kingston, Jamaica, the future producer moved to Canada when he was 3 and grew up in Toronto. His first production work was at 18 when he worked on 2 tracks on a Drake mixtape. So his very first placements in the industry came on the Room for Improvement tape by Drake, which I believe was released in 2006. Or, yeah, I think 06. Boi-1da won his only Grammy to date as the co-writer of Drake's God's Plan, which was voted Best Rap Song. The producer has been nominated for 19 Grammys, including 6 times for Album of the Year for his work on Eminem's Recovery, Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly, and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and Drake's Views, Kanye's Donda, and Beyonce's Renaissance. So he's taken his production skills to numerous different projects, but you see he's on two Kendrick albums also. Boi-1da has received 2 Grammy nods for Record of the Year for God's Plan and Rihanna's Work, and 1 Song of the Year nod also for God's Plan. He's been nominated twice for Producer of the Year Non-Classical. The International Achievement Award was his first Juno Award or nomination. Cool. You know, he's put in a lot of work, and if he's out there co-writing and shit too, outside of just producing, well deserved. All right. Now let's get to Ray Daniels and his assessment of the Drake versus Kanye Kendrick musical conversation.
And if you was at the show, if you could watch it, the unedited version, you could see Drake rushing. He was rushing because like Kanye would come.
The show he's talking about is the Larry Hoover event, where him and Kanye essentially got up there and did like their own version of verses, where they went back and forth with their hits and they popular records, and they had it in this big, football arena and all that good stuff. Dope show, by the way, but it definitely seemed like Kanye was the star of the show that night.
Come out, like Drake would come out and do Too Sexy, and then he'd be like, let's go to another song. Let's go. He was like, let's go to another song. So because he was looking for the crowd. And then Kanye would just go out and be like, la, 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 wait till I get my money right. And it was like, oh, and I'm like, Teron was working with Lotto that day. I remember I left the studio and I told everybody who would listen, yo.
Teron, by the way, is a songwriter in the industry. Comes from a group called Rock City. If y'all remember them, they were like Caribbean artists. They wrote Man Down and some other stuff for Rihanna. So just giving y'all reference of who he's talking about.
Drake music is not as impactful as I thought it was when he compared it to Kanye. Now, mind you, I'm not saying Kendrick is on the same tip as Kanye, but I'm saying Kendrick does have, the music feels quality. It feels like somebody made it. It feels like somebody made it with love. It feels like somebody made it because they wanted you to be full the right way. And Drake's music to me felt like somebody who was just like, here goes some food for you to eat that's really good and you're gonna get full. And I think that when you compare the two, it's like eating steak at Longhorn and eating steak at Mastro's. Like, yeah, if you a $23 steak tastes amazing at Longhorn. By the way, I love Longhorn, but it don't taste nothing like that $200 steak from Mastro's. And why would it? Why would it? So when I saw Drake and Ye, I'm glad you brought that up, Mosky. When I saw Drake and Ye and that Larry Hoover concert, by the way, it's out there. Amazon recorded it. I remember hearing girls saying, man, this light-skinned nigga need to get off the stage. Because it was like, I don't know how to explain it, and I think that.
Damn, that was happening back then? I didn't know that was a conversation back then, Ray. Shit.
Like when you think, I don't like to keep dwelling on Drake, but I as we're talking about it, I think the problem is that Drake, by the way, Drake makes better music consistently than Kendrick. He has a better churn out rate. Kendrick makes quality. So,
but what the hell you talking about? How you gonna say somebody makes better music versus better quality? I think what you mean is Drake makes, or used to make, because he hasn't been in this light in a minute. Drake used to make bigger mainstream hits, pop radio hits. Not to say that Kendrick didn't, but that's what Drake did the most and the best at the time. With his, you say with the ghostwriters, the help, whatever. The music that came out with his name on it, it was the pop-friendly, radio-friendly, digestible, easy music. That doesn't make it better, but it was more easily consumable. I think that's what you mean, because there's no way you could say somebody makes better music and then say somebody else brings better quality. That negates the whole statement.
Yeah, so I give an example, right? Like one of Drake's biggest songs is Hotline Bling. Yeah. Drake made trendy music that we liked. I don't think Hotline Bling comes out today and it works. But I do think if God got us, then we gonna be all right. I think that works. I think Poetic Justice works today. I think most of Kendrick's catalog works today. And I think that probably about 30% of Drake's catalog works today. Like if he dropped Nice for What? Nigga, everybody get your roll on. Nigga, that is Drake's, to me, his greatest hit that anybody could have did. If Fab had that record,
I agree with that.
If Jay-Z had that record, if Ye had that record, with Lauryn Hill, like what? That record would work for anybody. That's timeless. Started from the bottom, timeless. But you know what makes it timeless, guys? Turn my mobile chair around. You wanna know what makes it timeless? What makes started from the bottom, Timeless, is the messaging. The messaging. It's people at the bottom right now that's starting out. It's people that started out the bottom 3 years ago that's still trying. The messaging works.
Yeah.
Drake's messaging was always trendy, certified lover boy. I don't know if I care about that. Right? So now what happens is Kamala loses. Now the country is serious. Hold on, things are real now. This motherfucker is back. And now Drake is like, you trying to free the slaves? Ha ha! Nigga, I said it, I'm gonna do it. And then Kendrick is like, oh, bitch, you don't understand. Black culture is on the line. Nigga, black culture is on the line right now. Black women are scared to death about what's gonna happen. Black kids are scared to death. Everybody's scared, and right now we need a leader, not a nigga that's selling us what we want and getting rich and showing us how rich he is.
Now, I'm going to stop here because this ain't just a lesson that Drake had to learn. This is also a lesson that Ray Daniels had to learn. If you follow him on social media, he's made comments about Kamala. He's made comments about gender relations between men and women. And, you know, he's also kind of halfway on the fence of defending Diddy in the Cassie situation, which I think is crazy. He says it looks crazy. He can't defend the actions, but he doesn't feel like Diddy is being justifiably canceled. You know what I'm saying? He feels like they're using that to accuse him of other things, which, whatever. But I can't stand behind a nigga that got that type of video. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Now, I understand false accusations. I don't stand for that because that's not okay to use somebody's, I ain't even gonna call it a mistake, but fucked up actions and say, well, because you did that, you did this too. Not saying that. But if you see any of his content on Instagram where he talks specifically about the Diddy situation, he shoots him a lot of bail unjustifiably. But I'm gonna keep going. Let him keep talking.
And that's really what happened. It was the character they played. So, by the way, there's going to be a time when niggas going to be so tired of getting preached to, they're going to want a Drake type nigga.
Yeah.
Bring the fun. Bring the hotline. We need that now.
I think Kendrick himself will probably want the trend of the Not Like Us.
That's my point.
Because once it becomes quote unquote cool, you know, then it goes against Drake.
So there's so many people that are mad at me. Like, get off Drake. But I'm like, I want Drake to hear this, guys. My nigga, black culture is on the line right now. It is on the line every day. We have a president that's getting rid of DEI. We have all these people coming in place. And black culture is on the line right now. And my thing is that the only way what always brought us out was those Negro spirituals. Wade in the water, wait, like those spiritual, like, and right now we need some Negro spiritual energy, not celebration because we rich as fuck energy and inviting everybody to the party. And now black girls are partying with girls from other races with black men and they compete. And it's like, dog, black people are the diamonds of this.
Problem with your plea to Drake is that he don't come from that. That's not who he is. You're asking him to be something he's not. You're asking him to be this pro-black figure that he has never proven himself to be. And I'm not saying that he needs to be. I'm not saying that he should be. You don't go, you know what I'm saying? You don't go to McDonald's for soul food. That analogy just clicked together too easily. I'm not even going to try to spin it further. You do not go to McDonald's for soul food. So why would you ever ask for it? If McDonald's popped up tomorrow and said, we've got some oxtail, you're going to be like, bitch, shut the whole establishment down. Ain't nobody asked for that shit. I would never trust it. Where did you get it? What animal did you get it? What person did you cut that off of? You sending us ass tail. I'm looking for oxtail. You sending me human ass tail. No, McDonald's, I don't trust you. And that's what it would be like for Drake. Man got nearly 10 albums, ain't never spoke on anything of significance in terms of actual social issues. It wouldn't hit right for him to do that. But what he can do is go personal, go introspective. He can do that. I wouldn't push back on that. I've asked for that. And you can still try to give people something fun along the way. You know, but I feel like stuff I be saying just be too much like right. Niggas don't never follow that until it's really like a dire situation. I'm not gonna watch any more of what Ray's talking about because once you ask for Negro spirituals from Drake, you've completely lost the plot. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And I know there's going to be some people out here that say, why you keep talking about Drake? Because we're covering the latest in the industry, inside the industry. He's active. Things are going on. Stuff is there's conversations happening around his name. I'm not going to skip out on them just to make you comfortable. If you do not enjoy them, don't click on the video. Don't engage in the comments. It's that easy. It's that simple. Okay? And when we have Kendrick news, when we have other relevant news, we're going to talk about it. Same way I talked about Anicia. Some of y'all don't even know who Anicia is. Same way I talked about Marcus Clay the other day. Y'all didn't know who Marcus Clay was. Y'all didn't know who Ruben Vincent was. Y'all didn't know who Saba was when I talked about him. If you have a problem with me talking about Drake, go watch those other videos, run those views up, share them on social media, share them to your friends and family, get acclimated to some other artists that need the attention as well. Okay? This is not a one subject channel. You just need to show up for more than one subject if that's your problem. Okay? Once again, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. King of my city in cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mile. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some battery. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.